everybody. In this video, we're going to talk about some horror movies coming up in 2018. So stick around, it's going to be some fun. And also at the end, some new sequels to horror movies have been announced for 2019. So you definitely want to stick around for that as well. Okay, so before we sink our teeth into this, my name is Joe. Welcome to Color Positive. If it's your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Just go ahead, hit the button. It's not going to hurt you. Thank you very much. The like button too would be nice, and that notification bell so you know when new content is up on the channel. So why Color Positive? Why do we do this? I know there's a lot of similar channels. Well, I love movies, my sister loves movies, and sometimes my sister's with me, so we do this for fun, and we want to share it with you, and maybe come up with some content and stuff that's entertaining but yet informative. And this one's going to be cool because this is our favorite genre, or at least my favorite genre. I know it's my sister's as well, is horror movies. We're going to talk about the upcoming horror movies of 2018, so let's get right to it. Okay, so how this is going to work is I'm just going to go through the list and give a brief synopsis of each film. So right out the gate, we got Insidious the Last Key. This is the fourth installment of the franchise. I'd say overall, it's been pretty good. Usually some franchises get to the fourth sequel and it's pretty much downhill or it's very cliched. This one's carried pretty well. I've yet to see The Last Key because it came out today. This is actually today's release date, or the movie's release date was today. Again, it stars Lynn Shay. She plays Dr. Rainier. She's pretty much carried this franchise from, I'd say, part 2 on. And there have been some solid films, so I'm anticipating The Last Key. And if you've seen it, I'd like to know what you thought about it. It's getting some decent reviews. So again, if you've seen it, comments, and let me know. Okay, next up is called The Nun. And if you've seen Conjuring 2, this is the creepy nun character in that one. This is pretty much, I guess, the origin story for her. We follow a priest called Father Burke, goes to Rome to investigate this mysterious murder of a nun. I do believe that Taisha Farmiga is in it. She was in both Conjuring, so this looks like a good one. I'm looking forward to that one. As far as the Conjuring Part 1 and 2, I thought they were pretty good. So hopefully The Nun is a good addition to that franchise. Okay, so on to a movie called Cadavers. Not much about this. It stars Shay Mitchell and Satana Kayak. You'll probably recognize them. I'll put some pictures up of them. I've seen them before in some other films, but I'm not really too familiar with them. Anyway, it tells a story of a cop that has just finished rehab, and she's assigned to the city morgue, the night shift, and weird things start happening. And I guess it has to do with an evil spirit in one of the cadavers. It kind of caught my eye, so we'll definitely look out for that one, and hopefully it's pretty good. Alright, so moving right along, the next film is Slender Man. Now this film tells the story of the internet / legend of this Slender Man, really tall, thin, creepy character that pops up in all these videos and all these photographs, and apparently abducts teenagers and children. Now this film does come with some controversy because there's actually a real case of a teenage girl that kills her classmate / friend to please the Slender Man. She stabbed her to death. And I know the father of one of the daughters is upset about this movie coming out. He feels it's exploiting it and pretty much trying to profit on it. So either way, the Slender Man's coming sometime in 2018. There are some trailers for it. It does look pretty good, I must admit. So we'll keep an eye out for that one and see how that unfolds. Also, I almost forgot, one footnote to the Slender Man. There is an HBO documentary about the actual case. I believe it was an HBO documentary that goes through the teenagers and how this all unfolded, the Slender Man, how that character kind of played in the mindset of this young girl and why she killed her friend. Quite interesting, tragic, but it's out there if you're interested. Okay, the next two are kind of action / horror. I've seen that synopsis or category recently, or more recently than others. And the first one up is called The Meg. This is about a giant megalodon, 70-foot great white shark. It stars Ruby Rose. She's been in what was she in? One of the last Resident Evil and John Wick 2 she's in. And Jason Statham, obviously the mechanic, transporter, and all the Expendable films. So the synopsis is they're stuck in a submersible and there's this giant 70-foot shark who doesn't like giant sharks, and they got to get away. So hopefully this is a good one. It does have some potential, but also has that kind of potential of, I don't know. It's hard to compare. It seems like Jaws is the gold standard, and it's still the gold standard, and everything after that kind of falls short. But hopefully this is a fun action horror movie, and it does well. All right, the second action slash horror, probably sci-fi, is The Predator. There's not much about this yet. From what I'm reading, it's a complete remake, or I don't know if it's a reboot or remake, whatever they're calling it now. I'll throw up an ensemble cast for some people you'll probably recognize. So, for what I know, it's the Predator 1987 version redone. So we'll see how that pans out as well. All right, so the last horror movie on the list for 2018 is the big one for me, is Halloween. I'm really looking forward to this one. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's one of the movies that hooked me, not in just movies general, but definitely in horror. So we got Jamie Lee Curtis. She is back. That's going to be cool. And we got The Shape, Michael Myers. And from what I'm reading in the stories, it's going to start, I guess you're going to take the first one, wipe out the sequel, the second one and beyond, and we're jumping 4 decades later, and Michael comes back. It's going to be interesting how they do this. It's co-written by Danny McBride. Also, Judy Greer is in talks to be Jamie Lee Curtis' daughter. So it looks like a strong cast. Let's face it, this is a gold standard. I think there's a lot of excitement, but there's a bit of, I don't know. I hope they don't mess this up. I really hope they hit a home run and knock this out of the park. Fingers crossed, this is going to be a fantastic film. Either way, first showing, I'm there, I'm excited, and I hope you are too. Alright, so stay tuned real quick. Take a little bit of a break, I need some water, and then I'm going to hit you up with some 2019 sequel announcements that look pretty cool. Okay, so some 2019 horror movie announcements. There really isn't any much information about these, just the titles. I'll go through them. We got Mama 2, and I believe Jessica Chastain is signed up for that one. I like Mama. It was a bit of a different movie, so hopefully they can continue and make a strong sequel. World War Z 2. I know World War Z kind of, people mixed. I enjoyed it. I thought Brad Pitt was pretty good. It was towards the end of had all the zombie movies, kind of got exhausted of it, but I thought this was a good installment. So let's see what they do with part 2. Trick or Treat 2. I'm really looking forward to this one. I love Trick or Treat. It's one of my favorite horror movies in probably recent 10 years. And they got to bring back Sam, right? Sam's got to be in it. I love the pace, the feel, the look of that film. It was really well done. And then, of course, It Chapter 2. Bill Skarsgård will be back. There's a lot of rumors who's going to play the kids. Again, this is 27 years later. They get the phone call. Pennywise is back in Derry, so they all agree to come back. I've seen all kinds of lists of actors they're listing, and who's going to play what. So it's going to be interesting to see how these all pan out. We'll look for those later in 2018. Hopefully we'll get some trailers and some more information. But it looks strong. 18-19 looks strong for horror movies, and that's always good. All right, buddy. Hope you enjoyed this video. The popcorn icon is going to pop up right around here. So make sure you hit that to subscribe and comment below. Let me know what horror movies you're mostly excited for in 2018. I'm also going to throw up a link to a video somewhere around here where me and my sister last October, we talked about our favorite horror movies. We sat down and we talked about the movies that really hooked us on the genre throughout the years, so definitely want to check that out. And again, thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you again. Goodbye.